examination of our lives completed. This time, Jackie will come forward and she's going to share some reflections and thoughts with us.
Good afternoon. I think we could all probably agree that often Fred exhibited a very rough demeanor, but a most kind and generous life. Everyone that knew him felt they had a special relationship with him because he had the ability to make a connection. This is evident in the comments that friends and family have made since learning of his death. Thank you, Jim. What would I do without you? Ann Audrey asked if I would share some of those comments with you today. From some of his work family, I have these remarks. Bob Zayas, I'm probably going to butcher these names too, but Bob Zayas said, I had the honor to work closely with Fred for a number of years. A true professional and friend. A character who used that facade to his advantage to get some very difficult challenges successfully completed by motivating people towards a united goal. Rest in peace, Fred. Dan and Susie McKinney. He was such an amazing person, and I learned so much from him. When I first worked for him, I was fresh out of college, and he'd walk by my desk every morning and say, "Go to hell, McKinney." I just ignored him, but after a month or so, I couldn't take it anymore. And I finally responded with, "I'm already in hell. I work for you." That's the first time I saw him laugh. He was gruff on the exterior and so kind and caring on the inside. The first time I saw him with Susie and our kids, I was like, who is that? He was so warm and engaging. Susie and the kids loved him. I quickly saw what my family saw in Fred, and it changed my life. Audrey, we send our love and hope that you take comfort in what a wild and crazy, yet warm and loving person Fred was. Mike Zomassi, very sad to hear. He was such a positive influence for us on the jobs. Fred and Audrey were a great couple. Debbie and Nick Grime, sad news. He was certainly a unique character. I'm sure that heaven just got a little livelier. From his steamboat neighbors, Dave and Diane Bokel, Fred was a great friend. So many good times and great memories. He appeared to be so crusty on the outside, but was so kind on the inside. Fred was a very generous person, and I'm not sure that everybody knows that about him. I'm going to miss him. Very sorry. We'll see Audrey in the spring. From his forever friends, Ron and Phyllis Campbell, Fred always found something good in everyone, even when someone was a total screw-up on the job. Instead of firing them, which they deserved, Fred would always find some other way for them to contribute to the project. With job families generally living many miles from their real families, Fred and Audrey always found ways to make everyone feel a part of their away-from-home family. For our family, as we moved state to state every few years, Fred and Audrey became our best friends and ski buddies. Since both of our fathers had died young, Fred became the perfect adoptive granddad. April and Matt loved nothing more than trying to catch up with Fred on any ski slope on our many vacations together. Fred was so much more than he pretended to be, and our family loved the intelligent, humorous, and giving person he shared with us. Fred's niece Heidi shared this with me recently. It's from George Bernard Shaw, but it reminded both of us of Fred. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch, which I've got held up for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible,